Mahua Moitra has reached the parliament. Our guest joining us this morning, Bansuri Swaraj, Secretary Delhi BJP, along with the senior journalist Mr. R. Rajagopalan. We also have with us political analyst Namrata Kothari. Namrata Kothari, to you first. A lot of answering to do really, and today is the D-Day for the TMC MP. She's reached the parliament. Shortly will be answering the questions, which are put forth by the ethics panel, the Lok Sabha Ethics panel. But the sensational claim that's been made by the IT ministry in the latest, in a letter that's been penned to the ethics panel, which says that, the login ID was not used in Dubai once or twice, but 49 times. Do you think that mounts trouble for Mahua Moitra further?
Today she is appearing in front of Ethics Committee, and she will definitely prove her point, whether the allegation is right or not, that the Ethics Committee will decide. But the thing is that continuously these things are coming in. First of all, being a political analyst, I have certain questions. Number one, why this case is referred to Ethics Committee? Why not to Committee of Privileges? Because the Ethics Committee, the word what is ethics? This unethical thing is not defined properly in this committee. So this is the one thing. Secondly, we must know this parliamentary probe and judicial probe, these two are different things. If any MP, whether the MP of opposition, whether the MP in power, if he or she is found, found that guilty of taking bribe or whatever it may be, then definitely he or she should be punished. Because they are playing with the welfare of the citizen. They are playing with the, our Bharat. They are playing with the dignity of our Bharat, our integrity of the Bharat. So, the first thing, I think what the government will do, whoever found guilty of any ministers, they should be punished if found guilty. But before any allegation to be proved, we should now just have to keep patience and wait and watch what will happen. Then only we will say anything. Before that, it is not, it is not right to put any allegation to anybody. Now the Ethics Committee will decide what to do if she will not able to prove herself.
So nobody should jump the gun is essentially what you're trying to highlight. We also want to take in a response from our other panelists on the allegations leveled by Mahua Moitra in the latest, and how she's accused the ethics panel of double standards when it comes to another BJP leader. But before that, let's talk about what's happened in the last 15 to 17 days. Just a day ahead of her scheduled deposition, remember, more skeletons came tumbling out, adding to questions to be answered by Mahua Moitra. Times Now, in fact, has learned, and I was just highlighting the same, that IT Ministry has sent its report to the ethics panel ahead of Moitra's deposition, where the ministry has confirmed Mahua Moitra's login, Lok Sabha login was used from Dubai not just once or twice, but as many as 49 times from Dubai, as per the IT Ministry. The BJP is unequivocal in its demand for Mahua Moitra's resignation, while INDI allies seem to be treading cautiously. Listen in.
This is shocking. If her credentials have been used some 49-50 times outside India, then it shows that there is an angle of a foreign involvement, which is not correct. Now, if she herself is breaking the rules, then she has to be answerable to the Ethics Committee.
Mahua Moitra, tomorrow there is a meeting of Ethics Committee. What do you want to say on that?
I think anybody who will ask questions of Adani will be shamed, there'll be reputations that will be assassinated. Forget about everything else. There are very serious allegations, very serious charges, a very serious probe that needs to happen on Adani. Why is that not happening? Forget about everything else.
Bansuri, would you want to come in and respond to the allegations being leveled by the opposition, especially with regards to how Mahua Moitra has come out to allege, that the ethics panel has been unfair to her? She sought more time, while the likes of Ramesh Biduri have been given time indefinitely. She says, why this kind of a bias against me?
This is a classic case of ek to chori aur fir sina jodi. I mean, she practically sold her login ID and details to a businessman. In fact, on the 20th of October 2023, she admitted in an interview to the Indian Express, and I read, she said, no MP types his or her own questions. I have given him meaning Darshan Hiranandani, the password and login for someone in his office to type it meaning the questions, down and upload. So she's admitted that she did, in fact, give her login details to somebody else. This is a clear misconduct. This is an open and shut case of corruption. This is a case where she compromised the sanctity of the Parliament of India. And then on 1st of October 23, your channel, the Times Now channel, reported that the IT Ministry has confirmed that Mahua Moitra's MP login was accessed 49 times from Dubai. The Ethics Committee is definitely going to look into these serious allegations and this is a case where she is being given an opportunity to come and place her version as well. These allegations need to be investigated. I do not know who is advising her. She keeps on saying that the Ethics Committee cannot look into the criminality of it. It's almost like a self-goal. If she's asking and inviting a criminal investigation against her, well, this is an open and shut case of Prevention of Corruption Act. This is an open and shut case of corruption. I'm sure a criminal investigation will follow suit. But today, whether she deserves to continue remaining as a member of Parliament or not is something that the Ethics Committee is going to look into.
Okay, well, the BJP has demanded her resignation. In fact, has urged the TMC also to come out with a formal response. I've been questioning the TMC's very carefully where it stands. But let's talk about the ethics panel. Since she's reached the Parliament already, will be answering the questions posed by the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee. Here's what the Ethics Committee comprises of. There are BJP members and there are members from the opposition as well. For example, the Congress MP, who you can see on your screens, along with BJP MP Vinod Kumar Sonkar, who's the head of the Ethics Committee. It's not as though it's just an all BJP panel which is going to be putting out questions to Mahua Moitra, the TMC MP. Let's talk about other names. You have BJP, you have the Congress. There are also parties like the Samajwadi Party, the YSRCP. So a host of opposition leaders who will be in attendance as far as this questioning episode is concerned. You have N. Uttam Reddy, another Congress MP, along with the BJP MP Vishnu Dutt Sharma as well, another BJP leader and a Congress MP who is going to be putting out questions and going to be witness to the kind of answering that Mahua Moitra has to offer. We have Praneeth Kaur, a Congress MP as well, who's going to be part of this panel, along with S. Saraswati, the BJP MP. So clearly there are those from the BJP. Of course, it's being headed by a BJP leader, but the opposition representation is as much. We have Mr. Bala Shauri, the YSR Congress MP as well, like I just pointed out. Several opposition leaders are going to be witness to what Mahua Moitra has to offer today to the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee. Mr. Rajagopalan, in that sense, do you see all is fair for Mahua Moitra? Because so far she's leveled allegations against the ethics panel on how she was, asked to appear before the panel, no matter what. Today, which is the 2nd of November, there are several allegations being raised by her. But before that, we also want to highlight this reaction that's coming from Mr. Jay Anand Dehadrai, the Supreme Court advocate, pretty much at the center of the allegations which have been leveled against her. Let's listen into his response.
Advocate Jay Anand Dehadrai speaking exclusively with Times Now ahead of the crucial hearing before the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee. Mr. Dehadrai, ahead of the hearing, what will you like to say? Are you appearing before the Ethics Committee today?
I'm not appearing. I've not been called before the Ethics Committee. I think decorum demands that I do not make any comment at this stage. And I stand by what I've always said, that the truth should ultimately prevail. And I'm a man of the law. I believe in India's legal system. And ultimately, I think all bullies meet their match at some point or the other. And I only pray that better sense prevails.
Mahua Moitra has said that in the interest of free and fair probe and to uphold the principles of natural justice, she wants to cross-examine you. What is your view on that?
You see, I have already offered my statement on affidavit. I have appeared before the committee on oath, under oath. And insofar as being cross-examined is concerned, I have already been cross-examined. Having said that, If the committee deems it necessary to cross-examine me again on any aspect of what I have said so far, I'm more than happy to appear at any time. I'm not running away from the truth. I'm not asking for any extensions. I'm asking for the truth to come out. So if it helps and if it aids in the truth coming out, I'm more than happy to make myself available anytime.
You have said that you have irrefutable evidence against Mahua Moitra, and you have also forwarded all this evidence to CBI. Have you got any response from the CBI yet?
I don't wish to make any comment on that. I think it will not be proper. If there is an investigation underway, for me to preempt it or to make a statement about it will not be proper. But yes, whatever I had to say, I have stated on affidavit. I've submitted it through the proper channels. And beyond that, I wouldn't want to make any comment right now.
So now are you on way to Parliament, or will you be appearing today?
No, as I said, I haven't been summoned by the Honorable Ethics Committee. I have my own matters for the day. I'm going about my day as I normally would. I have some bail matters to do. I'm going to do those.
But Mahua Moitra has denied all the allegations leveled by you and also the affidavit filed by Hiranandani.
I have no comment to that. Thank you.
So this was Jay Anand Dehadri speaking exclusively to Times Now, saying that whatever he had to say, he has said in affidavit, and truth will prevail.
That's an exclusive reaction of Jay Anand Dehadri. Akanksha, very interesting that Mahua Moitra has accused the ethics panel of double standards. But Mr. Dehadri, on the query that she's put out with regards to how he must be cross-examined, says, I've already put out facts before the ethics panel already. Akanksha, can you hear me? Okay, we'll just reconnect with her. Mr. Rajagopalan, would you want to come in? And what do you make of Mahua Moitra's response so far? She first came out to say in the affidavit before the Delhi High Court, while seeking action against the complainants in the case, that all the charges leveled against her are baseless and false, and thereafter went on to admit to the fact that she had indeed shared her login ID. Do you see this as highly troublesome today, that she's going to be facing questions of the ethics panel?
Yeah, she will face a tough time today, and it also exhibits her arrogance. The arrogance in such a way, she is brandishing 3 Louis Vuitton bags, Suchi, whatever that. It's intentional. She wanted to show that all the 3 were given by Hiranandani. So therefore, her arrogance will face immense crisis within the committee, because she is a revolting type of lady. I have seen her in Parliament. She always, second thing, a panelist just now said it should be going to privilege. Since she misused the privilege, that is why it has gone to Ethics Committee. That is the clarification given by the Privilege Committee and other members of Parliament also. Second thing, there is a huge amount of quid pro quo. You said 49 times she, gave in login ID. My understanding is from the computer's side, the technical side, suppose if Mr. Hiranandani is directly sending the questions to Lok Sabha Secretariat, that is also another crime. Whether Hiranandani has marked BCC or CCC, this also one MP questioned there. But now we have to wait and watch. Things are developing against Madam Mahua Moitra, because you have to see that, Christine, in 3 angles. One political, one ethical, and another thing, the fraudulent act. Politically, Madam Mamata Banerjee washed off her hands. Politically also, she has been sidelined by other India alliance parties. Third, she has then committed a fraud against the Indian security system. You can't give it to them. Say third, I am happy today to join with Bansuri, because I've seen her very young girl. Before she went to the college or something, I've known her mother very well. I'm happy to join. And you should have taken a third person, also a woman, so that the women problem would have been addressed very well.
Okay, we'll look into that feedback, Mr. Rajagopalan. Thank you for sharing that. Let me go across to Akanksha, who's also with us. Akanksha, if you can hear me now, want to understand from you, has Mahua Moitra, through the series of allegations that have repeatedly been leveled against her by Nishikant Dubey, by Jay Anand Dehadri, apart from having come out to say that, these are baseless, false, fabricated allegations that are being leveled against her, has she come out to refute any of those charges so far? far, the last 15, 17 days?
That's a question that was asked to her, and in various media interviews she has also said that she has in fact shared the login password with Mr. Hiranandani, but we also saw that in the defamation suit that she has filed in the Delhi High Court, she has said that all these allegations that have been made by the Supreme Court lawyer as well as the BJP MP are false in toto. So there are some very contradictory statements that she has made in the last 17 days since these allegations against her as far as the bribery case is concerned have come up. But today is quite important because she has reached the parliament. She will be facing the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee, and there will be a flurry of questions that will be asked to her. That also includes what gifts did she take and why did she share the login ID password with a man sitting in Dubai, and also most importantly the affidavit that was shared by Mr. Hiranandani. She will also be confronted with that as well. But her main demand remains that she wants to cross-examine Mr. Hiranandani and also the Supreme Court lawyer. We heard the reaction coming from Jayanand Dehedrai. He said that he's ready to do so. On her part, she's saying that Mr. Dehedrai, he has in fact no documentary or evidence to back all the claims that he has made in the last 17 days. On the other hand, as far as Mr. Hiranandani is concerned, then his oral evidence should be collected so that there is a fair inquiry into this entire
the biggest aspect that is being looked at now is how, you know, her Lok Sabha login ID was used from Dubai at least 49 times. Apart from that, there are serious allegations of bribery being taken. There are allegations of how, you know, there were certain foreign trips that were also made of which were unaccounted for. That also seems to be mounting, in a sense, certain trouble for Mahua Moitra. We're tracking that very closely. Stay on with us, guests. We'll be right back after a very short break. All right, we continue to keep our sharp focus on the latest we're learning with regards to the development taking place in the parliament today as Mahua Moitra, the TMC MP, appears before the Lok Sabha Ethics panel. Our guests continue to stay on with us. Namrata Kothari, like I was just mentioning, there are a couple of aspects that are going to be looked at in detail, and perhaps Mahua Moitra is going to have to face all of those questions, not just with regards to the login ID, which was accessed by Dubai on 49 occasions, 14, as many as 14 unaccounted trips, foreign trips are also now under the scanner. And of course, as Anand Dehedrai highlighted, the kind of luxury items that were given to her by Mr. Hiranandani, to which he's also admitted, by the way, in the affidavit that he signed, to which Mahua Moitra kept saying for the longest time that it's been done under some sort of pressure. But Mr. Hiranandani comes out to say, no, this is willfully and voluntarily done.
See, we have to wait and watch. The truth will definitely come out, whatever happened. But we have to remember one thing. In the past, even if we see in the year 1951, the case of Ekji Mudgal, who was an MP of the provincial parliament, when he was found guilty of promoting the interest of a business association in return of financial, benefits by putting the questions up. At that time, also a special committee was set up, and for his conduct, when it was proved, he was expelled by the parliament, and he himself gave the resignation. If that will be same in case of Mahua Moitra case, then definitely I hope we will get the justice. But till anything will come out from the this ethical committee panel, we can't share anything for sure, or we can't claim anything whatever she is saying is right or wrong. So now we have to wait and watch things to come up.
Okay, very interesting that Mahua Moitra, through all of this, the kind of allegations that have been leveled against her, maintains that any time somebody brings up the topic of Adani or rakes that controversy once again, then either agencies will go running after them or action such as this is going to be taken up. Let's see whether or not there is any merit to the counter allegations she's leveled. Thank you, ladies, and Mr. Rajagopalan for joining us with your perspective. We head into a very quick break with that, tracking that closely here on Times Now.